Now to the second match. Nile is a late game map, or mid game to late game map. So we will see a little bit of a longer match here. Both players are going for the gold in front, and on this map you can get dragons quite early, and it seems both players are going for those dragons here. But on this map especially you have to get a workshop to get Baal demons, so it's a more dragon focused map. Both players are just focusing more on the dungeon and mining the gold. Both are a little bit late, but Jake already has a fly, and I really do like what Sim is doing with his dungeon here. Has quite a weird design now. But now he's getting the vault, and when he places some layers surrounding his dungeon heart, he would get a dragon quite early, but I don't think he's aware of that. Yeah, he's going for a hatchery, so again a late layer. Now that I say it, he can get at least one unit. He should really build a layer earlier. Meanwhile, Jake has surrounded his dungeon core with a layer, got the beetle and just a fly. That's quite unlucky, but that's how it is. He's also getting some trash, and he's training the trash. But on the other side, he's also getting a library right now and a hatchery. I'm not sure if both are aware that they need a workshop to get one. Oh, nice. Jake wanting to increase his layer so he gets more units. And now also getting a spider. So he's actually going for late game with the creature spawns he gets. But he really should get a vault down soon. Because those dragons are quite essential to survive in the mid game. Meanwhile, Jake is still mining some gold from the front. That's kinda odd, but actually an art design for his dungeon is always good. Placing some training room. Oh, he already has an increased layer. That's actually quite good. So he's attracting some units, but it seems like both players are missing the wall ties to attract dragons. But warlocks are really good here because of the bridge wall and the drop micro you can do. But it seems like Sim is training his beetles and spiders for the mistress, so he should focus more on the research, but he's also training trash. I kinda not understand what they are planning to do, but we see Jake is going for the middle with also quite an odd choice or route he's approaching, but having an odd route is always good because it helps you keeping your opponent at bay when he's possessing. Oh, wow, that access to the gem is really good. Because you might miss that entrance when you're possessing, and perhaps you're curious and then you're following it and all you find is just a gem, and you can micro your imps outside. And you can see Jake is now scouting and also claiming the beach side here. And Sim's still lacking a layer or a big layer to attract good units. He still can't attract dragons here. Meanwhile, Jake is already having one. And it seems like, he's wanting to get an access towards Sim's dungeon. And we see Sim is now placing a bigger layer. And I hope he is getting a dragon soon. I'm not even sure if he has enough. Yeah, he has enough vault tiles. But Jake is approaching, and I think, Sim should notice Jake soon here. Yeah, now he is inside the vault, but Jake is kinda scared of that fly, I don't know why. And he's strafing, found the training room. aggroed all of those creatures for short. So that's really good. He has clear vision of what level Sim has now. And Jake having 3 dragons and 3 warlocks. The creature count is quite equal. 13 creatures for Jake, 11 for the Sim. And the fly is actually distracting. His warlocks are training here. But Jake more occupied for those gold to mine, and the Sim is actually protecting his dungeon quite well with all those reinforced walls, keeping his library quite safe, as well as his, not really his barracks or training room, but at least he reinforces quite sometimes to make his rooms quite protected. But he still needs room for building some layer. But he has pre-dug out a place where he could place his layer. But good slaps on Jake for the training, so his creature should be on quite a high level right now. It's still 13-1 because both players don't have... No, the Sim is... No, why do you drop those beetles? You could have gotten some mistresses. Just fucking increase your bloody layer. Huge mistake on the Sim. Not aware that you just drop 1 beetle and 1 spider into the pool and you get a mistress. That hurts to see, but it's what it's. And it seems like Jake wants to attract some Baldi. What? I have no clue what he's doing here. You usually want to place an outpost here, perhaps you just want to have 1 Bal Demon and says fuck it. But he also needs 1 troll, so perhaps that's his plan. Odd choice, but if it's just a temporary workshop, it should be fine. So increasing the library for better research. Meanwhile, Jake trying to get some gold. Both players are having a healthy economy, not too strong, not too bad, but Jake is still leading here. The Sim now trying to get some gold, having 14 workers and Jake 13, so that's quite a big amount, but both players can afford it. And I think soon Jake should get the bridge, because he has 4 books here and the invisibility spell. On this map you get your bridge a little bit later. And Sim is also placing a workshop. I don't know what his plan with that is, because he needs 25 and that's just 9 tiles. Jake is now also placing 25 workshop tiles. He's going for the Bal Demon. And now it's 13-10. Because both players don't increase the layers. Oh, Jake is doing it right now, so he might reach the max cap here. But Sim has now 2 dragons, 1 level 3, 1 level 2, or level 1. And Jake has level 3 and level 4. 1 troll, that's actually good. 14 creatures was 10. And he actually wants to have orcs, not my favorite unit, but whatever. This work. Sim is still playing with his trash here. Now summoning more creatures, more imps. Good reinforcements on those gems. And now the bridge is unlocked for Jake. Let's see when he gets aggressive, and he's dropping a level 1 beetle. It seems like both players don't like to have mistresses from the pool. So we might see that Jake is attacking soon. Yeah, now he's attacking. An off-center attack might be good, might be bad, who knows. Now we have some use for the trash, but the trash can't keep up with those level 4 dragons. Yeah, we see that one demon spawn died. That's actually good for the Sim, even though he doesn't notice that. because now he has more spots for other creatures to spawn, and he still doesn't increase his layer. So, but Sim took the bridge, even though he didn't notice it. Now he does notice it and sell it. That's actually quite big, but he can just, Jake can just build another bridge, like he just did. And also playing with his trash, but with some dragon as support. The trash is actually good at sniping those walkers right now. And now we see 2 ults on Jake's side. And Sim is placing a prison, activate the prison, doesn't do the casual mistake by just forgetting to activate the prison here. But I don't know if one prison tile is big enough to imprison an imp. But we see a different entrance, but because Sim reinforced all his walls, and the Sim is increasing his layer. That's huge now, he can get more than 10 units, wow. But Jake already mined 2 walls that place, but all those reinforced walls are kinda intimidating, forcing the Sim into a corridor, having a ton of creatures inside the corridor, even though he might overextend. That spider drop behind those warlocks is quite nice, but the spider almost died. Level 5 spiders would have been nice if he could have placed down a pool, but yeah, that's quite early in the tournament. We all have no clue what we're doing here, but creatures are dying left and right. Sim is placing more prison tiles, hoping to imprison something, but he doesn't have the creature strength to do anything. Perhaps he's killing some imps, but Jake is doing a good job keeping them close at home. 1 level 5 spider just died, and 1 level 4 spider on Jake's side just died. So both players are not too careful about their creatures. But those orcs are coming into action right now, but they're just level 2. Oh, we might see a Nova extension from Jake, but I think so many creatures died. Yeah, Jake has like 8 units, meanwhile, 8. Sim has 8 units, meanwhile 18 for Jake. Yeah, even with that overextension. Oh, actually his imps are closing up. That's okay, very well played by Jake, very well played by his imps, doing an enormous job for getting into this dungeon and claiming the vault. If Jake is selling the vault, the Sim is naked. Yeah, no vault tiles, no, Sim has no way to return for any victory here. He's just dead, regardless how good he plays from now on. No gold, almost no research, almost no space to breathe, and no ball demons. And yeah, I think that's the end pretty much. Those dragons just doesn't hurt the dungeon heart that much, but they're attacking the dungeon heart, and you have to respect that. But now Sim is just sacrificing all his units near the dungeon heart. Meanwhile, Jake doesn't care about him losing any units. He just wants to do more damage to his dungeon. But 2 warlocks died, and I think both of those were from the Sim. Even though Jake's creatures are really low on HP, I think Sim doesn't lack the firepower to kill even one of them. And now he even drops in the layer to keep them alive for a little bit longer. But he still has 1 level 5 warlock and 1 level 5 dragon, which can deal some damage, and you have to respect. Oh, his level 5 spider is almost dead, as well as both of those orcs. But Jake just doesn't need to care about those, because Sim is pretty much dead. But it's still good micro for the warlocks, but he can't drop it here because Jake already sold the training room here. And now we might see a level 5 dragon die. Yeah, he just died. And Jake pretty much take control over the entire map right now. Nothing Sim can do. A fly just get off an MP. And yeah, but Jake really wants a portal, just matches a bit, and that's pretty much it. So it's just that level 5 Warlock against 19 minions from Jake. That's pretty much it. GG is called. And now we can just see Jake finishing off the Sim. And yeah, now Jake is just playing with his food here. Doesn't need to do much. Did he imprison something? Yeah, the library is sold. Usually that hurts, but oh, Jake also, Sim also built an arena, or how it's called, to get some orcs, but in my opinion orcs aren't worth it. They train too slowly to be viable at mid game. Yeah, dragons are just too good.
You have claimed an enemy room.
Jake now wondering how Sim got a present, but never were able to utilize it because Jake just had too strong of an army here. Yeah, that's pretty much the end. Takes quite a while because dragons doesn't deal much damage towards the dungeon heart. They're just tanking those shots from the warlocks. And yeah, no, Jake is just playing around. And yeah,
It is payday.
so he just made some of Sim's gem just for the disrespect, I guess. And yeah. And the Sim is just watching it. Can't do anything. No creatures, no layer, no nothing. Just the dungeon heart. And yeah, well played by Jake. And Merry Christmas to everyone. I think that video will be a little bit late for that. And Happy New Year. Oh, he even reached over 30,000 gold here. And now dropped under 30,000 gold. GG.